Have you met us yet? We are Migrate World, offering a wide range of services ranging from citizenship and residency by investment to company formation and more. Allow us to explain. If you're seeking residency or a second citizenship and passport, you come to us. Through investment, we help you obtain citizenship or residency, which not only aids you in visa-free travel and security, but also means ample opportunities and an overall better life. We offer citizenship and residency by investment programs in Cyprus, Malta, Bulgaria, Dominica, St. Kitts, Portugal, USA, UK, and Canada, just to name a few. With over 15 years of experience, we are renowned for exceeding expectations. We recognize that every client situation is unique and every solution is tailored as so.
My panel today consists of experts in foreign residency and citizenship. This is a new for most of us, and it opens a huge different world of avenue to earn money, explore different business opportunities. Interestingly, over 500,000 Indians gave up their citizenship between January 2015 to October 2019, and this number might double in the next 5 years. That's what the expectations are. So let's hear a lot about what's going to happen, and I will today introduce my experts to you. So I'd like to introduce to you is Mo Al-Haj. He's the CEO of Migrate World. Hi, Mo. He is a graduate. Next lady right there is Shalini. Shalini Lamba is the country head for Migrate World in India. Actually, I don't need to introduce her. Everybody knows her. There's another gentleman who's going to be joining us very soon. He's not here at the moment because of the time difference between them. And that is Mr. Les Khan. He's the Chief Executive Officer of Citizenship by Investment Unit, Government of St. Christopher and Nevis.
Good morning, Sanjeev, and thank you for the introductions. Good morning, Mo, and a very warm welcome to everyone from, well, it's been a cold winter morning in Delhi today. Well, we at Migrate World are excited to be here with all of you today and to share this lucrative business opportunity in global residency and citizenship for your friends, family, and business partners. We take immense pride in our core strengths of integrity and trust and look forward to forming strong relationships with all of you as we have with all our clients and business partners globally. Just to share a little about Migrate World with all of you, it was founded in 2007 by Mr. Mo Al-Haj, who we are delighted to have with us here today. It is headquartered in Dubai with offices and on-ground staff across the globe. We offer a wide range of services from citizenship and residency by investment to international real estate, company formation, and legal services. You know, what I'd like to share with you is that over the years, we at Migrate World have accumulated vast experiences by having helped hundreds of families become citizens of the world legally. And out of that comes our vision, which is to be a globally admired and locally trusted partner. We want to ensure that every client receives the world-class service we believe that they truly deserve. In India at the moment, we have offices in Delhi and Mumbai with a competent and experienced team of senior consultants. Nikhil, could I have the slide on the India team, please? I'm based out of New Delhi. Vartika is in Chennai. Kunal is in Mumbai. Sunil Arora is also based out of New Delhi. Our email IDs are given here so that you can connect with us. Before handing over to Mo, here's a brief summary of the countries with whom we have programs. Citizenship by investment. Now, this is the process of obtaining a citizenship and passport by investing in the economy of the host country. These programs legally confer citizenship status faster than traditional immigration processes. And you know, the best part is that the investors don't need to put their lives on hold during this process. And the next slide takes us to the residency by investment. This is the process of obtaining a permanent residency card in another country by again investing in the economy of that country. PR status is then conferred at an accelerated rate compared to traditional applications. Sanjeev.
Thank you, Shalini. At least that gives us a little background of what's happening. So you're well set in the Indian market. That's wonderful. With offices all over. Hats off to you. That's just perfectly the way to go. So I'm not going to stand between all of you. So Mo, over to you. We need to hear you and learn more as much as we can. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everybody. Namaste. Sanjeev, thank you for the introduction. And Shalini, thank you for the lovely intro, very informative intro. I'd like to welcome all of you. Thank you for attending our webinar. We look forward to giving out the information in the next little while here, and hopefully we're clear with the information. If you have any questions, like Shalini mentioned, we are at your disposal at any time to reach out to us. So I'll jump right into it. I'm sure a lot of you have an idea about citizenship and residency and immigration, so I won't bore you too much with details, but I'll walk you through the important aspects. Like Sanjeev mentioned, today's world, a lot of people have turned to better ways, faster ways, and easier ways to obtain citizenships, and specifically. So why do people turn to these options? Ease of travel is one of the #1 reasons why people obtain second citizenships, for them not to have to go through the visa process. Even though some people do get their visas and they don't have issues of getting visas, it's the timeline that it takes for you to get the visa, submit your passport in, and makes you paralyzed for a little bit until you get your passport, especially for your business interests. If you're a business individual, that could affect your outcome of your business deals or operation. Another reason is security. In some areas, I mean, India is a safe place. We put this in there for other countries, surrounding countries that do have unrest, that people look for an option, plan B, for them to have. Also, quality education gives your children access to basically the world, for them to be able to go and explore their university or the city they want to study in before they have to obtain their visas or study permits. World-class healthcare, you have access everywhere in Europe, UK, visa-free for you to enter these countries for your healthcare needs, for you and your family, and for you to be able to have that ease and comfort that you have that option. Of course, most of the programs that we offer have no worldwide income or tax, corporate tax, or inheritance tax. These are mostly the Caribbean programs that don't have that. When you're talking about Canada, US, UK, it's sort of a different ball game. When you're living there, there are obviously taxations like anywhere else in the world, given to income tax and corporate tax if you own a business there. I want to talk a little bit about what we do for our clients and our partners. So we assist in preparing, facilitating the complete process for citizenship or residencies. We help initially with the KYC process. So once you have a partner or a customer that is looking to migrate, we do all the necessary checks, information, initial KYC, know your client, to make sure that the individual that's applying is reputable. They have no past history or background that could affect the process, and that could affect our reputation as well. That's something that is very important, as well as your reputation as well with the individuals that you mix with. Most of these programs don't require you to travel anywhere, so everything is done at the comfort of your home city. We take care of everything for you to do with documentations. We assist with the translation attestations. We even go as far as, if you're having issues obtaining a document, for us to do the proper research and put you through the proper channels for you to obtain such documents. We hand deliver the citizenships and passports to our clients or partners, as well as some of the residency programs were able to do the same thing. Some programs require individuals to travel there for biometrics, which is mostly the European programs, Canadian, American programs. This is something that I always like to share and always like to say. I'm sure all of you are aware, we're in the service business. The service business is 80% a referral business. So our relationship always starts with our clients at the end of the process. Once they're happy, it's something that they will always remember. Every time they get on a plane, or if they're holding their passport or asking for their passport number for an application, they will remember you and what you have done for them, how you've changed their lives and their children's lives. Here, I'm just going to talk briefly. Charlene has already briefed on the programs that we offer. So in Europe, there's Cyprus, Bulgaria, Malta, Portugal, and Greece. Most of these programs are residency programs. Malta is the exception of being a citizenship program as well. So they have two options. They have either a residency option or a citizenship option. Basically, you know, the prices obviously differ between program to program. Cyprus, Portugal, and Greece are basically an investment in real estate, starting from 250,000 and up euros. And Malta, you're looking at a donation starting from 650,000 euros and up for the main applicant, and then the price adds on as per the family members. Bulgaria is also a government bond option that can be obtained for a residency with a fast track of citizenship in 2 years. So it's one of the fastest ones on the list there for citizenship without residency requirements, without language requirements. It's a pretty popular option. One important keynote about it is that it becomes by descent once the main applicant has it. So if you have 7 children, some of them are married, some of them are still with you or in school. Once you obtain the citizenship, you're able to give it by descent to your children, regardless of their marital status or age. So it's a very unique option for individuals. Here we'll talk about the Caribbean programs. St. Kitts and Nevis, I'll just brush on it real quickly. We have Mr. Lascan's going to be joining us, the CEO of the Citizenship by Investment Unit of St. Kitts and Nevis. St. Kitts is one of the most popular and most oldest programs when it comes to citizenship by investment. This program was formed in 1984. The country gained its independence in 1983. So you can tell you how progressive the country was right from the start to try to find an alternative income for the country. You have Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, St. Lucia, Grenada. All of these islands offer the same type of option. It's either a donation option or an option into real estate. Some offer options into business ventures as well. The outcome of this is you get a citizenship and a passport within 3 to 6 months, depending on the due diligence process, the findings of your application. It gives you visa-free travel to over 140 countries. Just to name a few countries, obviously the European Union, UK, you have Russia, Brazil, China, very important countries for individuals that are looking to use these citizenships for ease of travel. Moving forward onto other programs now. So we have other programs like Canada, US, UK. These are your traditional immigration programs that everybody in the world is familiar with. They're totally different from obviously the Caribbean and the European programs. These do require residency obligations. So when you do qualify and process your application, you do have to reside to obtain citizenship if that's what your final goal is. Obviously, the benefits are fantastic when it comes to Canada: free healthcare system, education system, social insurance system. When it comes to the US, very similar as well, and the UK. Needless to say, I mean, I don't really need to talk about them too much. I'm sure you all know what the benefits are and how important these countries are. Vanuatu is also an option. It's an island off of Australia. It comes between Australia and Indonesia. It's also very similar to the Caribbean programs and how the Caribbean programs are obtained. So it's by donation only there. It also gives you the freedom of travel for Europe and the UK, just to name a few countries. And it's a very fast, effective process. Processing time is less than 3 months. Sometimes we see it less than 2 months, depending on the load and time of year. Montenegro is a new player in the citizenship by investment field. As you all know, it's not a European Union country member yet, but has a bright future of joining. The anticipation is in the next 3 to 4 years. So a lot of individuals are looking at it as an alternative European option, since you're able to get citizenship within 3 to 6 months in Montenegro. So it's an option where people say, I'll take it and I'll wait a little bit. It will only get better from here. So it's a very interesting option as well. Of course, with all these programs, any details, any information you want, pricing, you can get in touch with the team and they'll be able to assist you and guide you through the programs and the pricing of the programs. The code of conduct, I put this in here because this is something that's very important to us as Migrate World, and I'm sure it's very important to you as individuals and companies as well. Respect between our colleagues, partners, and clients. We're here at your disposal. So confidentiality is number one in this industry. You're handling very sensitive information, very private information for your clients or partners or business partners. It's very important to keep a high level of confidentiality. Make sure that in every aspect, I mean, as documentations that you're handed over, or even emails, or if you have your own server, in-house server, I mean, all these things are targets for individuals that look to gather information like this and steal identities. So that's something that's very important, as well as
mention that Mr. Les Khan is the CEO of the St. Kitts and Nevis Citizenship Investment Unit. And we're going to hear him. So over to you, Mr. Khan. Let's hear your points of view.
Well, I'm not sure what time it is anywhere, but it's morning in my time. I'm in Spain right now. First of all, I'd like to thank Migrate World for inviting me to this seminar, and also to say it's good to be making a presentation to the folks in India. It brings me back to the days that I lived in Bangalore for about 5 years. So it's great to be representing St. Kitts and Nevis, and specifically in India at this point in time. When an application comes into our unit, from the day it comes to us to the time of approval, it's usually about 90 days. And 90 days is based on if there are no issues with the application. If there are issues, it can go longer than this because we will be doing a lot of queries. We'll be communicating with Migrate World, who will be communicating with you, the client, and we go from there. And this is where the timeline can get extended. Again, I want to emphasize the 90 days is from the date that the file comes into my unit and is acknowledged, right? There are periods before that where, for example, Migrate World might be gathering information. They may be filling out the application form with the client and saying, I need this document, I need that document. And the client may think that the application is taking a year, but it's not. From the unit's perspective, it's 90 days, unless we send out a query. So I just want to make that point very, very clear. When a client chooses St. Kitts and Nevis, they're basically choosing the platinum brand. They're choosing the best option in citizenship. Now, St. Kitts and Nevis has the longest and oldest program since 1984. Yeah, since 1984, the program has originated in St. Kitts and Nevis. So all other programs now have their basis from St. Kitts and Nevis. We derived the program, and all of the documentation and regulations that are around the world came from this single program. So to emphasize, you're dealing with the best, you're dealing with the original program. And as a result, you will find that St. Kitts is way ahead in terms of what we offer. For example, one of the reasons that clients choose a second citizenship is their ability to travel visa-free around the world. As of right now, we're at 156. But as I open up my WhatsApp, I was just advised by the Minister of Foreign Affairs that he just added one more. So we're at 157. This means that we are #1 in the Caribbean in terms of visa-free access of all the programs. Now, when a client looks at citizenship, they may be looking at other options in terms of the reason that they want to do citizenship. They may want an investment option. So, for example, in St. Kitts, we have a number of branded hotels. We have the Galaxy project, which is Ramada Hotel, which is one of our top hotels that is being constructed and will be open in 2021. So the options available there. We have the Park Hyatt, the Four Seasons, the Marriott Hotel. We have some boutique hotels that are available also. So therefore, as an investment option, St. Kitts and Nevis offers the best. In fact, the second option for St. Kitts and Nevis investment at the moment, and I say at the moment because we continue to be creative. At the moment, we have what we call a Sustainable Growth Fund. And the Sustainable Growth Fund is where the applicant makes a contribution to the program. And it's a non-refundable contribution. It starts at 150,000 for a single applicant, and it goes up to 195,000 for a family of 4. At the moment, we're running, if you want to call it a special, which expires on the 15th of January. And this is where a family of 4 can apply at $150,000. So $150,000 for a family of 4. The Caribbean has had a very large number of Indians. My ancestors, for example, on my father's side, came from India, in Trinidad and Tobago, which is where I originated, and most people will know Brian Lara, so I don't have to talk about Trinidad. But that's where the ties to the Indian community, the ties to India in the Caribbean has been very, very strong. And we're beginning to see a lot more of that in St. Kitts. We have a lot of businesses owned by Indians. And this is just to encourage people to come in to St. Kitts and Nevis and explore the opportunities that we have.
Whatever questions I have at the moment, I'm just going to take those. And I'm going to request Mr. Khan or Mo, between both of you, you need to reply to all of them. Make it brief, and let's not go too much into detail. So some questions are which can answer with yes or no, so I leave that totally to you. So I'm going to begin now. This is Mr. Abhishek Agarwal. His question is, what exactly is the difference between a residency and a citizenship program? Briefly, if you would like to answer that.
Mo, you want to answer that, or you want me to answer that?
Sure, I can take that one over. So basically, a citizenship program is a program like St. Kitts and Nevis, where you're able to apply for direct citizenship. So you're receiving a citizenship and a passport within 90 days, and you become a citizen within 90 days. So you're free to use the passport and travel. Residency is where you apply for a residency and you hold a temporary or a permanent residency into that country. And then there might be some qualifications for you or requirements for you to reside for a certain number of years before you're able to apply for citizenship to become a citizen of that country. Like, for example, Canada requires you to reside for 1,095 days before you're eligible to apply for citizenship as a residency holder. But as a resident holder, just to add, you're able to benefit from all the things that a citizen would benefit from, except for voting is one thing that worldwide is agreed on. A resident is not able to vote until he becomes a resident, a citizen. Sorry. Any taxations or worldwide income or inheritance tax, unless you're living in St. Kitts, working in St. Kitts, then you pay your taxes as an individual in St. Kitts. But there's no worldwide income or inheritance tax or anything in that sort.
Okay. Going on, this is Mr. Rahul from Bangalore. He wants to know, well, actually, Mr. Khan, your place, but anyway, how many Indians have used your program to change their residency and citizenship? Mo, I think that's more, you'll have to answer that.
I mean, I can't give exact numbers again for the confidentiality, but I can tell you that we have a lot of clients from India that are both living in India or living outside, either in UAE, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait. I mean, we're spread out throughout the Middle East, so there's a lot of people a lot of Indian nationals that have applied. Except for, the St. Kitts, for example, if you get married, then you're able to apply for your spouse for citizenship, but there's government fees affiliated with that, plus due diligence fees that are paid. But any other country that you hold a residency in, basically does not change your status because you've married an individual from that country. It all depends on the regulations. Now, you're free to work, study, live anywhere that you hold a residency in. You don't have to make a business or do a business or start a new business. If you're an employee and you have the qualifications for you to get a job in whatever country you have decided to reside in or become a citizen of, obviously that option is open for you as well.
Wonderful. The next question, in fact, both of you could take this. This is from Mr. Sanjay Datta in Delhi. Do you sign an NDA? And second part of the question is, and also which countries allow dual citizenship with regards to Indians?
So I'm not clear on the NDA. I mean, with the client, you mean, or because that's a yeah. I mean,
I don't want somebody else stealing my clients. Like I would presume that that's what he means.
Oh well, yes. As a business transaction, of course, with our partners, there are procedures in place where we don't. We always keep that barrier between us and the client. We're not trying to take your client. Your client is your client. You build your network. It's beneficial for all of us. There's no point for us to interrupt that by gaining one client. So yes, there is, to answer that. The second part of the question was...
which countries allow dual citizenship with regards to Indians?
So all our programs allow dual citizenships. It does not matter what your nationality is. What matters is if your nationality allows you a dual citizenship or not. So that's something that an individual has to check. But St. Kitts, for example, it's not their concern for them to go and do the check as a government if this government allows dual citizenships or not. It's the individual's responsibility, and Mr. Khan can talk about that if he has anything to add as well.
No, absolutely. St. Kitts allows dual citizenship in any country, and hence why our citizenship program is so successful.
No, I don't think India allows dual citizenship.
No, India doesn't.
Yeah, I'd like to come in here. India doesn't allow dual citizenship. So that's right. Yeah.
Which Pushpa Rao says, for citizens by investing abroad, can they get a PIO card? I think you need to reach this with Shalini, but I personally think, yes, if you are invested somewhere else, you will have a PIO if you're Indian origin. For sure. Shalini, sorry if I'm taking the liberty of replying to that.
No, I think the correct terminology now is OCI.